Greetings, world, and greetings, everyone in the 7 spot. It's Jim Gould, and this is another virtual and socially distant Sevens. We're broadcasting from the 7 Spot Studios in beautiful South Surrey, British Columbia. And today we have a special guest all the way from Switzerland. Patrick, how are you today? Or wie geht's es Ihnen heute?
Hello, everybody. Mir geht es sehr gut. But I think you prefer more English language.
Works for me.
Perfect.
So you have a wonderful 7 and everybody, literally everyone wants to know about it. So
Okay.
what I've always said, these shows are not about me. I'm just a facilitator. I'm going to take myself out of the picture and I'm going to ask you to please rotate your phone
Yes,
90
right
degrees. Yep. And okay, here we go. I'll take
So,
myself in. There you go. So
let's
that
see.
that's
So
fabulous.
This is the car, huh? Yes.
Yeah, you go for it.
It's originally it was built 1962 by Lotus. This car, but the oldest parts, like the stabilizers on the side, these are the last original parts because I had 91 a crash with this car and on a mountain race, and now I have another chassis. It's from Arch Motors. So a combination out of the Caterham Lotus parts and also a little bit larger to bring in the special engine. It's a Triumph Dolomite Sprint 16 valve.
Wow.
So I will walk a little bit around, and I hope I can do that correct with the cam because I don't see what you see. So one thing probably you have seen is that as well some other cars, these stabilizers here.
Yes.
And you can see this was also on the original car. And on the 60s, they have tried to bring more stabilization when they put the longer arms in. But this, of course, is not true. But I have kept in because it looks different than other cars. Then I will go to the cockpit because here you also see some special things. So here the gearbox is a 4-gear overdrive.
Oh, it's a real Triumph overdrive engine.
And this brings, especially when you have long trips on the motorway, you can drive 160 kilometers per hour with 4,000 RPM.
Wow, that's nice.
And also special, and this was also here, the handbrakes. It works like it's not like here or like here. It's special in here.
That's great.
So I will. Yes, and I have to tell you, I'm sure you have seen more nicer 7s. I personally do not wash the car; I just repair it, and that's the reason why it looks a little bit dirty. So also the exhaust, where you can see here, this is an old one from the beginning of the 80s. So a little bit rusty, but I don't care.
That's great. I love your car.
So here you see the specifications, which is typically, it is typically for the Caterham cars in the early 90s. This year, usually they only have one. So this I decided to do because I have more stabilization with the chassis.
Yes.
Then everything what you see here, it's aluminium, the wings and the nose. And if I go a little bit more away from it, you see. It's everything aluminium.
Wow.
This is new since 2 years. Before I had green wings on it.
Yeah, I saw it in the other picture. It looks quite different.
And of course, I'm sure you want to see what's inside, right?
Everyone wants to see what's inside.
So now I have to put my phone away. So for just a second, you will only see the sky.
Wonderful.
Sorry about this.
No problem at all.
I can
sounds great, doesn't it, folks?
Yeah, it sounds metallic. So now you see, hopefully.
Yes.
This is the 2000 cubic 16 valve Triumph Dolomite Sprint engine, which is in the car since 1982. But it's the second engine. The first engine there was inside was running between 82 and about 2018. And then I had the first signals of age, and I had bought 1991 exactly the same engine, 91, as a Group 1 racing engine. And I
Yes.
put this engine for all this time in the cellar, and I was not looking at it. And then 2 years ago, I was remember, hey, I have another engine. And this engine, I bought it for 2,000 Swiss francs. I mean, this was a really good price. As Cosworth pistons in, it's what do you say, special cams, shafts, and
Yes.
so on. It's a nearly a new engine. So it was never running before I put it in after all these years.
Wow.
So I hope you see that. And also the clutch is a hydraulic one. I go a little bit down here. Probably you see it. Yes, here.
Okay, I see that something down there. Oh yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see something? Something is better than nothing. Yeah, it's a. You will see it also here.
And am I wrong? But I think in the notes you said you've also changed the differential in the rear. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. You probably know that the Series 2, the original one, had a Ford Anglia Hazel.
Yeah.
And this Ford Anglia Hazel was in until Kurt Meyer. This was the pre-owner of my car 34 years ago. Where he put in this engine, the first Triumph Dolomite engine. There was a problem with the Hazel because the Hazel was too weak for all this power. It's about 200 horsepower on the Hazel.
Yeah.
So the Hazel made a lot of noise and said goodbye.
And is it a Triumph?
Yeah, now it's everything. So it's from here, from the engine, here the
transmission,
also the cardan, and the Hazel with a locked differential. It's everything from Triumph.
Wow, that's nice. Now, I'm not familiar with the Dolomite because I've never owned one, but I did own a Triumph TR6 with the same overdrive transmission. And I'm not sure, is that a live rear axle or is it a semi-independent with the trailing arms?
No, it's a live one.
Okay, good. I just
I'm not sure. Probably we have a look, and then everybody can see what it is. I hope you can see it.
Nice gas tank. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You see it?
It's live, yeah.
Okay, it's live. As I used the correct word.
Wow. Yeah. What a machine.
Now I'm very happy because when I bought this car, the story was my first car was a Porsche 911 Turbo. And I can tell you, this was a really, really crap engine. I had a lot of troubles with it, and so I was. It was 1986 where I went to Geneva, and I've seen a Donk. Yes, because there was a stand for Donkerfords, and I have spoken with the importer. It's a Kumschik sports car here in Zurich. It's not far away from here. Yeah, and he sold me one, and the price of this Donkerford new was at this time, and probably you can calculate by yourself how much it is, but it was 42,000 Swiss francs, and the model from Caterham was 38,000 Swiss francs. And then after 1 year, I went to Hockenheim with the other engine in, and I was doing the racing license course. But on the Sachs curve, a Caterham was overtaking me outside with a 1600 cubic, and then I was really frustrated. And I said, "Look, it cannot be that such a small car is faster than mine in the curve." Yeah. And then I was shouting with the importer. I said, "Look, what you have sold me here for a shit car." And then his chief mechanical, this Kurt Meyer, said, "Hey, Patrick, why you don't buy my car?" And this is this car where you see here.
Oh, that's fabulous!
Absolutely great. And that's the story. And my first meeting with the Lotus 7 was where I was a young teenager. There was a nice blonde girl, and I was with her a little bit in the bars and so on. And then her father was picking her up and he was driving a Lotus 7. And since then, the girl I've forgotten, but not the car.
That's great. Oh, that's fabulous. What a great story. What a beautiful view. Switzerland is just gorgeous. Now,
This is the valley where I personally live. So my house is just behind my head. But there I don't have so many network for 4G, so I decided to come here, which also you can see a little bit where I'm living. It's in the central Switzerland, in the Midlands, very close to the city of Zofingen.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, there's one thing I want to discuss with you, and we talked about it just before we went on air. You are involved with the International 7 Network. Would you mind just telling us all a little bit about it? Because as you've explained to me, and as I've always said, it's never about me, it's about what we all do. So tell us about the network.
Well, the idea was coming where he was organizing the 60th anniversary of the Lotus 7 in Donington in the year 2017. So this was the first big cooperation of 1, 2, 3, 4 clubs. So the organizer was of course the Lotus 7 Club UK with the organization committee, but I was also sitting in there, and my job was to collect all the people from the continent to organize a ferry with 107s on it to visit this meeting in Donington. So this was a year of preparation. This was a very big meeting with about 1,007s. And this was giving us the idea to build an organization which brings all the different clubs together. So I mean, I was for 6 years the chairman of the Lotus 7 in Switzerland. And when we was organizing a meeting, and we also we wanted to have also people from abroad, then it was very difficult to distribute invitations. And on the other hand, if you have a technical problem which you are not can proceed in your country, you need probably a network of people who can help. Also, if you break down with your car somewhere, and you would probably pleased when you have an address from somebody who knows what a Lotus or a Caterham or a Datsun or whatever a 7 is, that they can help you. And also, if you want to travel to another country and you don't want to look for the routes where you can drive by yourself, then we have a big database where we can support with maps for Garmin or for TomTom. You can download, and then you will find the most beautiful streets for driving 7, which you usually do not find. So it's a corporation. So our members are not individual members. Our members are 7 clubs, and we have now 7 clubs with then about 5,000 individual members. So this is, for example, the Lotus 7 Club UK. It's a Swiss club. There are the 2 German clubs, the Caterham Car Club from Andreas, which I have interviewed last Monday, and the Lotus and Caterham 7 Club, then the Dutch club, the Swedish club, the Italian club. We are basically special at the moment a European club, but our aim is also to find other clubs, other 7 clubs from other continents, which are joining us. And there is no fee, there is no cost. The only thing what we accept is a little bit cooperation to support things, support informations, and so on, that our network is going to life.
Wow, that's great, Patrick. I put the link in below in the comments section for this, and with our 6,200 members, maybe we can get a few more clubs to get involved with you. That would be just fabulous.
Yeah, and you can also put in my email address. If somebody the management team or a president, the chairman of a club is interested to know more, it's secretary at international7network.org. So the same URL as the internet URL, or you can also click some in the contact section. You can click and you can go in contact with us. Well, and we are very pleased to hear about you.
Great. I'll put all those details in the comments section, add it to this. But I'm going to put myself back in the picture because it's, there we go. It's almost time to say Auf Wiedersehen. So
Okay.
I'm going to say thank you so much, Patrick. This is absolutely everything that we want to do. It's not about me. It's about all of us. So
Yes,
I want to
yes,
say thank you so much. This is absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay. Auf Wiedersehen.
Enjoy the summer all, huh?
Okay. Thank you again.
Okay.
Cheers for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.